is up, you guys? It's Kat. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going over 10 ways to make your small room or home look bigger. And I just want to be clear that I am in no way saying that this condo that I now live in is small. Full transparency, my condo that I own now is 944 square feet. But through my life, I've lived in, I think it's my 11th house that I've ever lived in. And a lot of those rooms growing up that I had were on the much smaller side. And then also I lived in college for 4 years, and we all know that college dorms are not the biggest and you have to share them. So I have a decent amount of experience living in smaller spaces. And also these tips are great whether you have a big room or a small room, because it just gives it more of a spacious and airy and inviting feel, in my opinion. So if you want to make a smaller room look big, you need to add mirrors. But a huge tip I have to go along with that is, if you can, have the mirrors facing a window. This is going to reflect more light throughout your room. So for example, right now I'm sitting in my office chair and my window is right here next to me, so I wouldn't be able to see out of it, but I look directly ahead of me at my mirror, which faces the window, and I can see the trees through it. It's bringing in more light. It's reflecting light from the window onto me. And then I have this huge window, obviously, or the sliding doors, so all of the light reflects in against that mirror over there. So whether you're sitting here in the corner of the living room facing the glass doors directly, or you were sitting over here on this chair and you are facing the inside of the condo, you can still see some of the outdoors, and some of that light is reflecting back from that big mirror that I have. And of course, more light, the room is going to seem a little bit bigger. So number 2 has to do with the focal points in your room. So for example, your bed in the bedroom or the couch in the living room. When you walk into your living room, the first thing that you're most likely going to notice is the couch. So if it's a darker color, yes, I think that's very cozy, and in a lot of cases it can look very nice. But if you have a lighter colored couch, it's going to immediately make it seem a little bit bigger and brighter and more spacious, because lighter colors just naturally make things look bigger. And a great hack, if you already own a darker colored couch and you want to try and implement this tip, is just add a bunch of throw blankets. Get a nice white or beige throw blanket, put it on top. I like to take this pink one and like lay it over the big way so you can kind of see the whole blanket. So I think if you were to do this on a darker couch with a nice light throw blanket, it would have some nice contrast in there, and it would give it that lighter feel and make it look a little bit bigger. And the same thing goes with your bed in your bedroom. You know, I have this gray bed frame, but I think that having white sheets and a lighter colored blanket on top is really going to help to make it look more open and bigger. This is a huge one. Having the right lighting in your home can make or break it. Now, take my bathroom, for example. So you can see the before, and this is no editing to the lighting at all. This is exactly what the camera is picking up with just the auto setting. You could see it's just very yellowy, which, especially when you're in a smaller space, you want it to be bright and airy and open, and the best way to do that is through having bright white lighting. So here you can see the before of where it was the yellow toned light, and then here is the after of the bright white light. It just gives it such a different feel. Looking in the mirror, like, your skin looks different when you have a white light versus a yellow or yellow toned light. The shower curtain gives off a different vibe. The walls look like a different color. Like, it just completely transforms the room. So this next one's a huge one, and it's really going to make your space feel a lot bigger with this simple trick. And that is to opt for furniture that is lower to the ground. And again, I know my bedroom is not small by any means, but you can see that by having my bed lower to the ground, it makes the ceilings look like they're a lot higher. And then put a very big statement artwork piece above the bed frame. I just think there's something so grand about this. The key to making a smaller room seem bigger is by having more open space than not, without making it seem empty. So you want to still have nice furniture pieces in there. If your bed is lower to the ground, if your couch is lower to the ground, it's going to make the ceiling seem taller. There's more open space for the eye to see. And the same exact thing goes for this chair in my office. You could see the stumps are a little bit shorter. It's pretty low to the ground, but when you walk in the room, that makes the room seem bigger, because you look at it and you're like, okay, here's the top of the furniture piece, and then the ceiling is all the way up there. And I know that the opposing view of this could be, okay, well, when you have a smaller home, storage is super important. So you may say, yeah, but I want to have that under the bed storage. That's really important to me. So when you have a smaller home, you really have to give and take in certain areas. So maybe you say, I'm going to find storage in other areas of my home. That way I can have a bed that's lower to the ground and make the room look bigger overall. Or maybe you're going to say, hey, I'm just gonna follow the other tips to make my space look bigger because I need my bed to be a little bit taller so that I can store stuff under there. Totally give and take. And I actually do have a couple tips for that in an upcoming home hacks video. It's like 10 life-changing home hacks or something. So subscribe if you're not already, so you're notified for that video. Also, if you're enjoying this video so far, you should totally just consider subscribing anyways, and turn the bell notification on and give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it, because it does actually really help me out and help out the video and help out my channel. And you can follow me on Instagram at Catherine. Let's get back to the video. So this next one has to do with your wall decor. Now, I definitely am a huge fan of gallery walls. I think they look beautiful, and when done right, they add so much to a space. However, if you're dealing with a very small room, I recommend choosing bigger statement pieces and only having one of them on a wall versus cluttering it up with a whole bunch of photos. Even if it's done right, for a smaller home, I think keeping the walls as blank as possible while still adding pops of really, really beautiful artwork is going to make the room feel bigger and more expensive, like in a previous video I did. This painting was actually done by my friend Sochil. She is an incredible artist. I keep telling her she should make an Etsy shop, so let me know in the comments if Sochil made an Etsy shop you would buy paintings. She's like an incredible painter, so let me know. Okay, so next is when you're picking out furniture for the room, stay away from bulky pieces. Now, a huge example I have for this is my bathroom. The bathroom is definitely on the smaller side. Again, it's all relative, but as you can see, I have this pedestal sink, which makes it feel a lot more open and airy. And of course it does take away from the storage, but I think it's worth it because when you walk into the bathroom, it looks so much bigger, so much more open. And I find storage in other ways, like over the toilet, or you could do a cabinet mirror where you have storage behind it. Eventually, I do want to take this picture down and put floating shelves there. I think that will be really good for storage, but I do love that picture. My mom gave it to me a couple years ago. So I can get creative with the ways I add storage, but by having a pedestal sink in my bathroom, it just makes it feel so much more open and a lot bigger. And the same thing goes for my TV stand. I got this one from IKEA, and you can see it has all the different cubicles, and in the bottom row I have baskets for storage. I think it looks really nice, and it's a great way to throw in stuff that I don't want to be seen. Then in the top row, it's very open and airy because you just see straight through to the wall, and I can put my little candles there or whatever decor I want. Another great example is this little side table that Tim's mom actually gave us, and it's a good height so that you can easily get your coffee or your drink or whatever next to the couch. Hi, Callie. But you can see straight through it. So for example, if we go through here, you can kind of crawl through, and there's Callie. This is a sneaky little trick that has nothing to do with the size of your space, but if you have a cohesive color scheme and all your decor seems to flow together really nicely, when somebody walks in, their mind is immediately going to be drawn to, wow, this place looks really nice. Like, it goes together so well. And they're not even gonna think about the physical size of the room. So you can see in my living room, the main pops of color I have are pink. I have it on the blanket and on my chair, and then yellow. We got the yellow flowers over there as well as over there. That painting over there is kind of the only color that sticks out is not going together, and that's just because my grandma painted that picture. I never take it off. It's literally there all year round. It's perfect in the fall time. The rest of the year it doesn't really match, but I keep it there anyways because I love it so much. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know that I love the purple flowers there. I did before, but I just feel like between the pink and the yellow, it just kind of clashes. Let me know what you think, but I think for now we're actually gonna take this away. Look at us rearranging in the middle of the video, and we'll move the candle to the center. Let me know if you like this better. I actually think that looks a little bit nicer. Definitely having a cohesive color scheme is going to make your home feel like it flows a lot better, and definitely going to open it up and make it feel a little bit bigger. So this one is specifically for bathrooms. If you have a bathroom where you need a shower curtain, I highly, 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 highly recommend you get a shower curtain that has this little bump out. So instead of just going straight across the shower, it kind of goes out a little bit. I don't know if you can tell in this video, but it seriously just feels like there's so much more room in here. That right here would be pushed out to like here, and then the curtain would just go down. This is just your standard tub, but this makes it feel so much more open when you're in the shower. Also, my shower head is from Costco if you like it. And honestly, when I'm standing in the bathroom itself, I don't notice it. Like, it doesn't feel that much smaller to me at all. So I highly recommend, if you want to make your shower or bath feel a little bit bigger, get a shower curtain or shower curtain rod that bumps out a little bit. Okay, so this next one has to do with the rugs that you choose. Now, I definitely recommend going for a lighter rug if you have a darker floor, but I also recommend going for a rug that has some sort of an elongating pattern to it. So for example, this carpet that I have in my bedroom, what I love about this carpet is that you could see the pattern of it is very elongating. Not only is it a geometrical pattern, but it's also a very long one. So it immediately draws the eye down it, whichever way you're gonna place the carpet. It just makes the room look a lot longer. And the same goes with this carpet I have in my living room. The shapes really draw your eye down in a line, and that makes the room seem a little bit longer and bigger. So this last one, you may be like, Kat, I can't do that. And that's totally okay. But if you can and you have a space in your home where this might actually make a huge difference, I highly recommend you try it out, because when Tim first told me to do this, I was like, I don't think so. That's too much of a change. I don't want to do that. And now I'm so happy that we did it. And that is removing doors where you can. So for example, when you first walk into my condo, immediately to the left, I have this little mud room and then a laundry room area. And we remove this first door. And that way, as soon as you walk into the condo, there's already a space right there where you feel like you can move around and put your coat in. But you see what I mean? When you first walk in, if there was a big door here, it immediately makes it feel so much more closed off, so much smaller. But the fact that we removed it, and don't mind, I know we still have to like take off these hooks and like kind of sand that and repaint it and everything. Even if the door was open, I wouldn't be able to have this little setup because it would be pushed against that wall. So taking this door off was honestly the best possible idea. I'm so glad Tim thought of it. I highly recommend taking a look and seeing if there are any doors in your home you can get rid of. All right, guys, if you watched until this part, comment how you found my channel. I'm really curious to know, is this your first video that you're ever watching of me? Or if you've been a returning viewer for a long period of time, and if you remember what video that you first found me on, I'd love to know in the comments. Either way, I just want you to know how much I love and appreciate your support. Also, if you are new here, I do a ton of home and lifestyle videos. A new one goes up every single Monday. So if you're interested in that type of content, like cleaning, organization, decor, lifestyle, that fun stuff, you should totally subscribe. I love you guys so much, clearly, and I will see you in my next video.